If you don't know Dr. Fitzgerald yet, you're in for a real treat. I had the opportunity to spend a little bit of time with him just earlier today, and he is incredible. He is known locally here as a hero, but he should be known around the world. In fact, he has treated the most COVID-19 patients with no fatalities or intubations of any single physician practice in the state of Florida. And that just scratches the surface. He is triple reboard certified in family medicine since 1996. He's a clinical professor of human medicine since 1998. He is an ASCP-MT medical technologist. He ran actually the first DNA laboratory in the world for Dr. Henry Gershowitz. He's a human geneticist at the University of Michigan's Medical School. He is also certified in tropical medicine. I mean, I could just go on and on. We don't want to take all the time going through their bios, but this is incredible. He is the inventor and the patent holder for an early detection of colorectal cancer test. He is an expert doctor for Bay News 9. He's actually had the opportunity to spend some time with President Trump. So it's my honor to introduce to you, good folks, Dr. Fitzgerald. Thank you, doctor. Oh, very good. There we go. Absolutely. Thank you.
I mean, seriously, your time is so valuable, so I promise not to waste it. I talk kind of fast. I'm sorry about that. I want to thank Yvette. What a job. Yvette, seriously, putting all this together. Absolutely amazing. And, you know, for all the doctors, this is not a joke. Risking their careers, their livelihood. I'm getting, health department threats. I've had threats from a bunch of people, pharmacists, everybody digging at us. So thank you so much for, supporting us and helping us, with this fight. So it's really appreciated. So as a family doctor, I take all of my specialists, right? Because medicine is so fragmented. You got your heart doctor, your butt doctor, your colon doctor. It's all all over the place. The family doctor has to take all their opinions or discard them to put them into a whole deal. So we got to take all those organ systems, take the opinion or not from the specialist, or find another specialist. And it's really important. We do that. We have to do that by starting at the beginning of where all this COVID stuff started to make a whole picture. So first slide. So that's not the one I was looking for, but Dr. Li Ming Yan. Dr. Li Ming Yan, amazing woman. Anybody know her? Right. She has been crushed, marginalized, destroyed, banned. The mic just went bad. And that's okay. I got a good voice, though. I can carry it.
Check.
Thank you. So starting at the very beginning, this is so crucial. So Dr. Li Ming Yan was from Hong Kong, not from Wuhan, Hong Kong. MD, PhD virologist from Hong Kong. She worked for the WHO, boo on them, but she was there. And I'm a lab rat. I ran the hospital lab, ran a DNA lab for 5 years, then became a doctor. She got the initial specimens from Wuhan because they wanted to know what this was. She ran the amino acid sequencing on all of those, goo droplets, and she goes, holy crap, this is not a virus. This is a bioweapon. This is absolutely a bioweapon. For that, she got destroyed, deplatformed, destroyed, all of it. So she came here to the U.S., and we snuck her in, and she's here in protective custody so we can keep her safe. Because this was absolutely a bioweapon meant to frighten everybody into mail-in voting, and also, true, and also into scaring everybody into taking the jab. The latest data, come on, 99.7% cure. Who would take a vaccine for that? I mean, so the fear, they were really good. The media is totally complicit, as we know. So MD, PhD, from Hong Kong, she was tasked with looking at all those specimens, and she came back and said, absolutely, this is 100% not a virus. It's a virus, but it was manipulated. It is a bioweapon, period. That's her. So she's a real patriot. I mean, she came here to the U.S. to help us. So it's really important 2 weeks into the pandemic, March 30th, 2020, I shot a video on Pure Life MediSpa, which is the only one that's still up. The French study, March 30th, 2020. I have asthma. My son has asthma. So I was concerned, respiratory virus. Crap, this could be really bad for us. But my wife and all the girls, we got together. The real heroes are my girls. I said, listen, this is bad. SARS-like, MERS-like. You guys are all young. My kids are grown. None of you have to stay here. Not one of my girls went home. Not one. They all stayed, and we never missed a day. We worked all the way through it. So, of course, I was a little nervous, but I go, come on. You ran a DNA lab, and let's do some research. Next slide, please. This is awesome. So the first week of the pandemic, I got this article. It was so easy, right? Corona, cure, enter, and that would pop up. That got ripped off the internet the very first week of the pandemic. August 22nd, 2005, the Virology Journal. Anybody know who produces that journal? NIH, Dr. Fauci's NIH. And it clearly says right here, the official journal, August 22nd, 2005, chloroquine is a potent inhibitor of SARS coronavirus infection and spread. Further down, I hope you can see this. So let's see. So hydroxychloroquine functions as both a cure and a vaccine, says Dr. Fauci's NIH 2005. So we've known for 15 years that if hydroxychloroquine is a cure and a vaccine since 2005, if you have a therapeutic, you can never take a vaccine. No vaccine needed, no vaccine allowed, no vaccine permitted. So all that got buried. I'm not anti-vax. I ran the DNA lab and I studied them. You take a virus, old school, chop up the measles, put dead measles in my butt. We make an adaptive antibody. Old school, we're good here. Right, we're good here. Until there's proper vetting, that's fine. So I've taken all the routine vaccines, just because I'm not an anti-vaxxer. But this one, holy cow. I go, you want to put what? Where? So you want to take messenger RNA or a vector and all my cells, take over my DNA to make a spike. What could go wrong? Like everything. So the mRNA vector, inside all of your cells to make a spike. Now that spike was supposed to stay in the shoulder. It wasn't supposed to move around. It was supposed to stay in the shoulder. Unfortunately, that spike made it in all the arteries and veins where the blood is flowing. The endothelial lining, the inside of the vessels, that's where the spikes ended up. So the white cells bounce off, the red cells bounce off, the platelet, by touch, the platelet hits that spike. And where it slows down, microclots, brain, heart, legs, that's where the clots are coming from, all the clots. Now, when you make that spike, it's not just the spike. Then you put garbage, a cellular metabolic process. All the garbage from that, when you do construction, there's garbage. That doesn't stay inside the cell. That garbage gets put at the front door of the cell to be picked up by the macrophages and the garbage men. Make sense? Well, now your body hates the crap out of that garbage, and your immune system wants to kill that cell that made that spike. So autoimmune, autoinflammatory, the next time you run into the same or similar virus. So wherever the blood slows down, you can form microclots. Anybody who is fatigued and legs hurt, or there is a test. I'm a lab rat. I'm a lab rat doctor. A D-dimer. Anybody who's had the vaccine, you can ask for a D-dimer test to see if you're clotting and get on thrombolytics. So that's the proof for all the clotting. So if you're lucky enough to avoid the anaphylactic, like Doc said earlier, as soon as they give the shot, anaphylaxis, they drop dead right there. If you're lucky enough to beat the blood clots, great. If you're lucky enough then to avoid the antibody-dependent enhancement, when the garbage has made that spike so sensitive like a bee sting, there's still more. There's still more problems. There's 4 problems, and we're going on to the 4th one. Your immune state. The next virus that comes in there, influenza A, influenza B, RSV. It's like a bee sting, but now there's 1,000 bees in their brain, 1,000 bees in their lungs and liver. And as soon as that infection starts, the lungs and brain explode with the inflammation cytokine storm, like Doc said earlier. So any similar virus. So the next time you run into the same, pay attention, the same or similar virus, right? Analogously, it's like the whole beehive stinging at the same time, and it's really, really bad. So what happens is, next slide for the previous one. Yeah, the previous one, please. One before that. One more. Yes. So this is what I'm getting at. Dr. Li Ming has been marginalized so badly that this is a bioweapon that can be released again and again and again, but just call it a variant, right? Just call it a variant. So it's really important that anybody that has a loved one that passes away after getting the jab, Dr. Cahill from Ireland, if you get an autopsy, you can prove the ADE death. You can at least go sue the doctor or the pharmacy or whoever gave the shot or whoever recommended you get the shot. So a really good friend of Dr. Malone, Dr. Geert Vandenbosch, he's a great guy. If you make it past anaphylaxis, if you avoid the blood clots, if you avoid the ADE, the bee sting, like reinfection, right? Now, like Doc said before me, being a medical technologist, a lab rat that became a doctor, I have been drawing all of my patients' CD4, CD8s, which are the immune health. The CD4 helper cells, when they get below 200, you get infections like crazy. The CD8s, they're the killer cells. They help you fight off cancers and viruses. Cancers are exploding. The endometrial, prostate, in our practice. And shingles, all the viral infections are getting really bad. So if you make it past the anaphylaxis, blood clots, if you make it past the other part, then your innate immune system, the CD4, CD8, they're going down 10 to 15% every month. So 10 to 15% every month. So if you were incredibly devious, why is this so important? Because now, what was a 99.7% cure, all the people that got jabbed, their immune systems are dropping 10 to 15% a month. You keep re-releasing the same bioweapon. The people that are in real trouble are the jabbed. Their immune systems are dropping. So, that being said, if you were really, really devious, you wanted to infect as many people as possible in the U.S., what would you do? Open your southern border. They're not mandated jabbed. They're not mandated tested. Shoot, they could run around naked with scissors and we get locked down. So these people get to run around naked with scissors and they're spread in the dark of night over all 50 states, re-releasing the same bioweapon, okay? And Afghanis, bring 250,000 Afghanis over here in the dead of night, spread them over all 50 states and re-release the same or the similar bioweapon right before cold and flu season. That's how you can infect as many people as you possibly can deviously. So, this is a call to action. Very, very important. What can we do? What can we do about this? The most important thing is there is no fear, okay? We can win. We absolutely can win. Next slide, please. This right here, very, very important. That's something we've had in our practice for a year. Okay, we have handouts. Maddie's got them over here. Take a screenshot. It'll be up on the website. But your innate immune system, like Doc was talking about, what you're born with, vaccinated or not, this can help us through cold and flu season. 5,000 international units of D3, 500 of C, hydroxychloroquine, 200 at least every couple of weeks, and or quercetin with zinc. The hydroxychloroquine or the quercetin is the gun. The zinc is the bullets. If you got to stop replication of any viruses in the fall and your immune system is low because you took the jab, then you got to, bacteria, fungi, they can reproduce out here. They got their own cell membrane, right? Viruses have to get inside your cell, take over RNA polymerase. If you get the zinc inside the cell, vaccinated or not, you can stop viral replication. So the answer is take action. We've got to take action for this fall. We can be safe. This is an act of war. This is war. They opened our southern border. They opened, all that stuff. Afghans spread them all over 50 states. They are attacking us. We can fight back by taking the power back, protecting ourselves and our own immune system. Thank you very much.